Hello, my friends. How are you today? I've already started working on this necklace. I'm just going to finish it up or get as far as we can in this video. Probably not going to talk that long. I've got a tickle in my throat and I've been coughing a little bit on and off today. So yeah, this is, I think it's called Paisley Jasper. It's got turquoises and creams and different shades of brown running through. It's very rough. Not very rough. It's a little rough. Some of the pieces are a little rough. But the way they cut it for this shape, I know we already had this shape a few weeks ago, this unique shape, but it's cool. There's like the striations go this way instead of this way, you know, that way, this way, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So make this, again, very simple, but I think, so we have coral and I also have carnelians. It's like a deep orangey color, amber color. So I might end up making little flicks, click, 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 clicks, that just kind of hang off out of one of these. Like just do one, maybe one every other one. I don't know, or just leave it plain. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that's it. Yeah. So Paisley Jaspers, sterling wire, straightened. My wire catcher. I got my tea. Highly regulated honey has gone into it today, so I won't be choking on honey. I need that for my throat. I don't know why my throat's a little sketchy. Yeah. So I'm not going to be talking about any specific book. Well, I am reading a book, so I'll probably talk a little bit about that, but I didn't design anything around a book right now because I'm, as you know, a little busy with school. Hopefully that'll slow down in a couple weeks, another week or two. Probably another week, I think, actually. But I'm officially, which I'm very excited about, I'm officially like 24 to 36 hours ahead. I'm hoping to take advantage of that later on tonight and continue to work further and further ahead. Like in all my classes, I'm actually ahead. So I'm hoping to get further ahead, even if it's like one or two more assignments in one or two of the classes. I just feel like it'll take a little pressure off of me. Because going out and seeing friends last week was fantastic. And I want to be able to continue doing that. But I did boring stuff this weekend, though. I cleaned out and organized my storage, like pantry thing. Such an adult thing to do. But I realized I was like shoving stuff in there. No rhyme or reason, and I got it specifically because I don't have room, so I don't want to keep stuff in there that I'm not using or I forget about and buy more of, because again, I don't have much room. I have like a little galley kitchen and yeah, so I did that. That was very exciting, right? This is what we look forward to doing as adults, cleaning out our pantries. I actually do feel really good about it. I got this old buffet off of Marketplace on Facebook, I think, and it's in pretty decent condition. Solid wood, so it's not like a faker thingy, and I've already got some knobs picked out for it that I want to, like old ceramic looking knobs, and Might at some point paint it like green, like this color green. Just more like an emerald. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, it's boring being an adult sometimes. Then I'm going to do this video. And while this video is uploading, I'm going to make some dinner because, again, cleaned out my little storage pantry and realized that I have way more rice than any one person can consume over the course of 6 months. So clearly I'm not eating enough rice, which I really thought I was, but my pantry says I'm not. So I'm going to make some more rice. Then I'm going to put some, I got some stuff. It's called, I'm sure it's not super authentic, but it's Indian dal, D-A-L. So it's made with like red lentils and butternut squash and coconut cream. So I'm going to put that over some rice. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but again, gotta make rice. And then shred some chicken and put that in there. That should feed me for a few days. Let's see. And then I'm more than halfway through a book that the library gave me as part of my surprise subscription that I signed up for. It's called My Friend Anna. It's by Rachel. Y'all know I'm going to screw this part up. Rachel DeLoache Williams, and she was friends with this woman who I think as of last year, so just recently, was convicted of fraud, whatever. She was a con woman. Anna was her name. She went by Anna Delvey. She lived in New York City. She pretended that she was this like young German heiress socialite woman, like in her mid-20s-ish, early to mid-20s. And Rachel, so a few years older than her, she was in her late 20s, but still a young woman, and kind of became friends with her. She was part of the it crowd. Rachel doesn't make a whole lot of money, but she had a good job and went to all the right night spots, and they kind of became friends. They hung out. They had mani-pedis together and went and did weird infrared spa days. And had, there's a podcast called The Dream. There's 2 seasons. The first season focuses on MLMs. And the second season, because focusing on the MLMs, she came across those, we won't name the brand name, but the oils that cure you, that supposedly cure you. And she did a whole season on basically all that like holistic healing shit stuff crap out there. Stuff like infrared. Why are you not cooperating? Infrared spas, where you sit in a spa and then they flash different color lights at you. And they're supposed to make you feel some sort of way. So, anyway, so Rachel and Anna are going doing girly New York City stuff together, and I don't like the way this turned out. Anna says, hey, you know what we should do? We should totally go to Morocco. We should go to Marrakesh. And Rachel's like, all right, cool. And Anna's like, well, I'll pay for you to go with me, and then we can just have fun. And she ended up inviting a bunch of people, and okay, whatever. And I don't know who lives like this, but like the day they were all supposed to leave on their trip, Anna still hadn't bought their airline tickets, and she claimed it was just because she was busy. And so Rachel's like, all right, friend, I got you. And so she puts the last minute tickets on her credit card, and they get to Marrakesh, and lo and behold, Anna's credit card, it doesn't work. And it's because of some screw up, but Anna can't get a hold of anybody to fix the screw up. And so at the last minute, then Rachel's got to put it on her credit card. And she actually has a very difficult time with it. She has to call American Express and explain to them urgently but calmly her situation. And American Express ups her limit specifically to get her out of the country. All in all, it's like $60,000. It's a lot. So, she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. She ends up at one point, like Rachel ends up at one point putting some of the expenses on her, either for this trip, or she's going to France afterwards to meet people that like work for like a work event. But she ends up having to put stuff on her corporate credit card, and she's obviously absolutely not supposed to do that. But she's like, well, Anna will pay me back before anybody will know what happened. And talk about toxic friends. And clearly, like I said, I'm a little bit more than halfway through the book. Anna says everybody's back in the States, and Anna still hasn't paid her back. So I think Rachel's the reason she gets caught. Because Rachel's at the point now where she's finally starting to tell people what happened, and her friend, like everybody else, is like, oh my gosh, we're totally getting conned. And she's like, no, she's my friend. But that's one of the things she talks about. At first in the book, she talked about how, I didn't know where she was going with it. She talked about how her parents raised her to be polite and have be kind and have manners. Well, that means that you end up, not that you shouldn't be kind and you shouldn't have manners. I'm not advocating for anything different. Just you end up, because every time she wants to question Anna, she does it in such a submissive way because they're friends. And Anna's so nice. She pays for everything. But she paid for so many things, like infrared sauna days and they got a personal trainer for like multiple days a week, not just one day a week, not just once a month, multiple days a week. That was like $300 a session. Yeah, I'd rather just be fat. I'd rather be chubby, fat, whatever it is. $300 a day. Do you know how much mashed potatoes I could buy with that? A lot. So much mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing and turkey. Oh, it's almost Thanksgiving. So anyways, like her friend buys it and she's like, Rachel's always like, well, I thank you. You don't have to keep doing this. And Anna's like, no, I know you don't have the money and I do. And I just want, you're my friend and I want somebody to do these things with. It's not as fun to work out by yourself. So you might as well just come along with me. It makes logical sense. But Rachel starts talking about how she ends up losing part of herself, like always kind of just going along with what Anna says, because now Anna has, by exerting that money, she's also exerting power. And it happens so slowly, and y'all, we have all been in those situations, or most of us have. And not good. So I think that also sets her up for this when she comes home and her friend isn't paying her back, and yet her friend is already trying to plan the next trip for them. And she's, okay, you know where my money is. I cannot pay my rent. She has to borrow money from her boyfriend so she can pay her rent. It just gets real bad. So we'll see what happens. That's what I'm gonna do the rest of the night. I'm gonna find out what happens next. I mean, I guess I could just read the Wikipedia page all the way to the end, but it's a pretty good book. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's really insightful. I feel like I am listening to an 8-hour long podcast. So that's what I like about it. This is coming out really cute. I think I might, maybe I won't use these days. Maybe I'll just go super earthy. I have little like horn beads. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. We'll see. So I'm gonna make my dinner. Make the cat's dinner. And then finish this necklace. Finish the book, hopefully. Tomorrow, I get to go to lunch, a late lunch, with a friend at a restaurant that I've been meaning to try. And they still have their patio open, although I don't know. Kind of took a turn, the weather here. But it's the restaurant I already checked. It's been pretty good about being compliant, so probably won't sit around and chat like we normally would have, but I'm still excited. Ow. Some of these are hard. I had to cut my nails. My nails were getting a little out of control, and I went to go sit down and do some wire work a couple days ago, and just split just by holding all the wires like this. Just split all my nails. I was like, oh yeah, this is why I keep my nails short. I've got half of my jewelry is regular jewelry wire jewelry, so it's not on links like this. It's on, regular wire. And then some of it's on suede. And I have like charms and stuff hanging off of suede. Y'all would know that if you went to my Etsy site. But I'm going to make some pendants here this week. This is one of the pendants I'm going to make. It's a shell I found. So it's like the natural wormhole in the shell. And just a black stone. I think I'm going to hang that off of it and then put one of these. When I made that moss agate necklace, there were a few that didn't either work because the colors were like extra bright or something. I always put those aside. This is one of the ones I put aside. I don't remember why I put it aside, but I think I'm gonna make like so wire coming down from there, wire going up to there, and I think I'm gonna put this on one of the suede necklaces. I don't know. I've got to make spoon rings here pretty soon too. I'm trying to figure out how to do that setup with the camera so y'all can see. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, so I think I'm just going to have to make them regardless of videoing them or not. I know some of you want to see how I go through that process, and I will when I have I think probably I'm going to just need a better video setup than what I have, but it's just too complicated, and the table that I have this video strapped to is gonna like also has the, wow, I am not thinking straight. Basically it would end up shaking the camera the whole entire time as I was sawing through the spoons. So I'm gonna assume that's not a great viewer experience, but I think that's it. And my throat's getting a little scratchy, so this is gonna be a short one, y'all. But check out my my website, see if there's anything on there that you like. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to see me make. I probably won't do it. Maybe I will. I don't know. But just let me know if there's something you want to see me make. If there's something on my Etsy site that you think is cool. How did you make that? How did you come to that color scheme? Whatever. Just let me know. Otherwise, again, sorry this is a short one, but I don't want to start coughing, y'all. So have a good day. Be kind to one another. Listen more than you speak, always. And yeah, I'll talk to you next weekend. All right. Bye, friends.